So I'm coming to Hot Works. It's like a 15 minute, it's like a sauna workout. I'm not gonna buy a membership here. They think I'm gonna buy one, but I'm just here. I'm just here for my free workout. They just opened, so they're doing a deal, but I'm not adding more memberships to my budget. Essential greens. So it's gonna be, it's set for 120 degrees. It's currently 90. I think. I don't know. We're gonna see. This one is 40 minutes long. I'm only doing like 10 minutes. I'm doing like just a little trial. We'll see how it goes. And I was gonna record, like hyperlapse it, but it's extremely hot in here, obviously. And I just got this phone. I don't need to be ruining it already. Okay, that was really good. I do love Hot Works. But I don't love it. Am I red? Or is that just the lighting? Or am I just think I'm red because I was just in the sauna. Anyway, for 30 freaking minutes. That was good, but I'm not paying $80 a month to do that. No, I'm not paying $80 a month. They're like, oh, join for 50% off. And then I'm like, okay, so is the $80 a month, like, is that 50% off? Or what, like, or is it 50% off that? They're like, oh no, it's 50% off the $50 enrollment fees, the $100 enrollment fees. Ma'am, okay, enrollment fees are fake news anyway. Enrollment fees are literally not, there's no such thing as enrollment fees. That's literally just a way for gyms to charge you more money. Burn Boot Camp does not have an enrollment fee. We do have an equipment fee yearly, but we always buy more equipment with that. Enrollment fees are just fake news. I'm like, I'm not into that. Anyway, now I'm headed home. Me and Ruben, I don't know if he has the day off. I'm deciding that he has the day off. We both have the day off. Reagan's at preschool, so when the kid's away, mommy and daddy will play. I don't know what we're gonna do today besides work out, but I'm excited. Y'all, Ruben has me out here fighting for my life on this Stairmaster. I just did 20 minutes. I don't have it in me to set this thing for 45 minutes. So I set it for 20, and then I set it for 25. So I just started my second half. I'm unwell, but I'm hitting level 7. I'm staying on level 7, and then like when I just am gonna go into cardiac arrest, I go down to like level 3, just until I feel ready, and then I push it back up to 7. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself because granted, he said level 8 to 10, so I'm still not actually at the level that he said, but I'm as close as I feel prepared to do. Right now, we just lifted chest and shoulders, felt really good, felt really strong. Then I did some skills. Skills feel really good. Like, I am super excited at this point. Like, remember 2 weeks ago, last week, I was like, this week, y'all, everybody, I'm snatching everybody up left and right. So funny how quickly these moods change in prep, because you know next week I'm gonna be a mess again. Next week I'm gonna be like, I can't prep, I can't do this. You know how it is. But anyway, our event for work is tomorrow. I'm so excited for this thing, but I'm also so excited for it to be over. These people stress me out. So many emails, so many text messages, so many people to manage. But you know, it's super exciting. Anyway, just like a workout competition, kind of. I mean, it is a competition, but it's really just about people like challenging themselves. So it's a lot of fun. I cry every year. It's like a big thing. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm uploading my video right now. Obviously, by the time y'all see this video, you're gonna have been watching and commenting on my other video, but that's what's going on. That video is saving. I'm about to watch Aurelia's. The title makes me feel like she's gonna be stressed out in this video, so we're gonna find out. Let's go. It's gonna be a great day, everybody. Oh my goodness, you guys, I survived it. Today was completely wild in the best way. It was a very long day, of course, but amazing. Like, it has me really, really excited and also nervous to do my competition. So I don't know if I even like talked. I know that I talked about not digging in, like quitting athlete games, but like basically, if I did talk about it, sorry.
what we just did at the gym is level up games. It's a competition with our members. It's 3 workouts, and like everybody just competes and like tries to do these workouts as fast as they can. And it is just the most empowering, inspiring day because people are just like digging so deep. Literally all of us were in tears. Like, and people are like crying in the middle of their workouts and they're like, I can't do it. And like everyone's screaming for them, like, keep going. Like, it's just so crazy. It's so exciting. So that's the member version of it. But there also is a trainer version of it. And I've never done the trainer version because the workouts are hard. Like, that's the point, right? The workouts are hard. Usually I have a conflict anyway, so I like can't do it. But I'm always like, I don't care if I have a conflict, like I'm still not doing it. And so this year I decided that I was doing it. That's part of my digging season, is that I'm deciding I'm doing it. But like watching people today, I was, like I said, partly getting excited just because I just know like the adrenaline, the excitement, just like the competition part of it that I really like I'm so excited for that. But then the other part of it, like you are digging so deep that this is like so hard physically on your body. Like I said, there are people like that can barely do these reps and they're like crying in the middle of their thing and they're collapsing at the end and they're like it's brutal on your body. And I'm just like, I'm not excited to feel that way, because that's how you feel when you dig as hard as you can. When I tell you guys, like, and I'm not going to talk about it for very much longer, but like the time caps on these workouts were 10 minutes. And me and my other 2 trainers ran all of these workouts. We tested them. For me, one of them I did really fast. I did like 6 minutes in. Like, great, okay, 6 minutes. People were getting like 4 minutes. People were doing like something that took me 10 minutes the first time I did it, 9 minutes. We're doing it in 3 minutes. Like, when I tell you people were smoking these workouts, like one girl hit a PR in one of her workouts by 2 minutes. Like, it's just crazy. Anyway, it's so exciting, but it's just such a long day and I'm like so glad that it's over. But it's just like this emotional high. It was like so many tears, so many people were crying. And one of my members, my friend Tiffany, she watches my daughter a lot. I've talked about her, but I don't think I've ever said her name until right now. It doesn't matter. She wanted to quit. She's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And she like dug through. And then her son, her teenage son, after watching today was like, I want to join this gym. And I just love that. Oh my God, am I going to cry? No, I'm not going to cry. I just love that because for me, like the biggest demographic that I want to impact is women and kids. Because women, like, for most of our lives are told they need to be smaller, right? Like literally like physically smaller, but also just like not take up space, not be loud, not be strong, like not be powerful. Like you're just supposed to like be this meek little person that just like can't do things for yourself. And so many people come into our gym and just have no confidence. Their confidence is beaten down for whatever reason, whether they don't like how they look or they have a poor relationship with food, poor relationship with muscles, poor relationship with exercise. And so like to see those people, like for me, my why is seeing those women realize that they can do things that were hard for them. And then the other thing is kind of like the precursor to that is getting a hold of those kids before they turn into adults that for their entire life have been told whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's important to me that like Reagan knows that she's strong. Reagan like has a good relationship with moving and exercise, and she thinks it's cool to have muscles. And like, because I don't want future Reagan in 30 years to be who most of my current clients are, which is middle-aged women who have broken relationships with their body and exercise and food. So for me, it's like really cool, one, to see these women just feeling so strong, and there are guys too, but just feeling so strong and empowered. But then also, like I said, for their kids to see them doing that, it's just it's the coolest thing ever. Like, it's the best day of the year. Like, as far as our gym goes, it's the best day of the year. So yeah, Reagan's been at home all day under the care of other people. She's over it. Ruben was like, she misses you. So I'm headed home. I'm making today a rest day. I'll do cardio tonight in the garage, but I'm gonna spend some time with Reagan, and then tomorrow is routine day. So there we are. Oh my goodness, I need a full day off. We worship you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sunday afternoon. Obviously, I just said good afternoon. I am headed to Burn Boot Camp for practice. So first off, let me talk about last night. There's nothing exciting, but I got on the Peloton last night because I obviously worked all day, so I didn't work out, I didn't do cardio, I did nothing. So I was like, I need to do cardio, and I don't like the treadmill. Like in general, I don't really love the treadmill. Even though I walk on the treadmill a lot, but realistically, like treadmill is not my ideal modality of cardio, especially our janky one in the garage. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on the Peloton. Like I need to like hit it hard, and that's exactly what happened. I nearly died on that thing. It was so hard. And I just remembered when I was in Olympia prep, like when we first moved to California. So we moved to California like peak week. I guess, yeah, it was peak week. But before peak week of the Olympia, we also had come to California to visit because Ruben was competing in like a series of shows in California. So we had come to California and we were in California for like 10 days straight or something like that. So anyway, all that to say is like during that time, I was crushing the Peloton. And every time I came home, you know, anytime I was in California, I was on my parents' Peloton. And I just like had that, like, I don't know, it was just like this core memory, not core memory because it was only a couple years ago, but it was just like a flashback to feeling like I was in that Olympia prep, just like how much I was just killing cardio. And honestly, you guys, besides Burn Boot Camp, I have not really smoked cardio like that in a long time. Not on any cardio machines. Like, yes, the Stairmaster is hard, and yes, I get tired. Yes, I'm sweaty at the end, but I'm not in the middle of the Stairmaster just like clinging on for dear life. Like, yes, I said, oh, I'm fighting for my life out here, but I wasn't like dying, right? So anyway, all that to say is I'm like, you know what? Peloton is in. So Ruben told me he wants me to start doing cardio every night. I think he just said like 15 or 20 minutes. I gotta double check. I think he just said like 15 or 20 minutes every night. This is mostly like just to get the digestion doing something, because that's what happens is like I wake up, I don't go to the bathroom, I weigh myself, I'm heavy, I'm bloated. And then like after I'm moving around and have my day going, then I go to the bathroom. So we're just like trying to figure out like ways to address that. And I think it'll be a good idea for me to do like cardio last thing, just because I just think it'll be a good idea. Also just for me to like close everything up, like, okay, empty the tank. I'm not going to be in the kitchen eating. Like, so anyway, all that to say is I did the Peloton last night. It was so hard. I don't know if anybody has the Peloton, but I typically I do a few different coaches. It depends on like what kind of mood I'm in. If I really just need to die, I usually do Alex's ride. Alex Toussaint, I think is his last name. He like does like I like his Club Bangers, and like really Club Bangers is like my favorite series of his, but he's, in my opinion, like the coach or whatever they call him at Peloton that just like pushes you, like digs into you, like the way that I like to be pushed as like how I am as a coach. And I remember, it's so funny, now I'm completely sidebarring, but we were like a hard part of the ride, like uphill sprint, and he puts on his brake and he like stops and he says something and he like starts dancing to the music, and literally in my mind I'm like, of course you're not actually doing this part. And 2 seconds later he goes, don't worry about what I'm doing, this is your ride, don't worry about what other people are doing. And I was like, yes, like I love that he knows. Like I feel like out of all the coaches on Peloton, like they're all really good, at least the ones that I ride with, but I feel like he's really good at like knowing the psychology of the rider, and that's what I need. Like for me, it's all about the mentality. So anyway, your girl's back on Peloton. I'm probably not going to do it every night because my legs are just like not going to be well, but I'm going to try it at least a few times a night. But anyway, on my way to practice, going to get hopefully a really good practice. Today I'm going to focus on one section and just like trying to rep that section. I don't know what section yet. We're going to see when I get there how much energy I have, if I'm going to do like one of my harder sections or one of my easier sections. But I just like want to start running sections so that I can start going full out like in the next month or so. Like we're 12 weeks out, I think. That's what I kept saying, 12 weeks, right? So we're 12 weeks out. Like by 8 weeks out, I need to have a full out under my belt, so that by the time I get to stage, I'm confident. Like last year, I don't remember when I ran my first full out. I can go back and look. But like the year I did the Olympia, I did not run my first full out until Thanksgiving, and the Olympia was 3 weeks. I was 3 weeks out when I ran my first full out. I did, and let me tell you guys, I think I talked about this maybe in last year's vlog. I did 2 full outs that day, 3 weeks out, and I never did another full out again until I got on the stage. And that's why I was so gassed on stage, because my preparation was garbage. So last year I felt really confident. Like I knew, yes, I'm going to be tired, but I also know that I can get through it. So I just want to make sure that I'm in that mindset again. Okay, just warmed up. This lighting is everything right now. Just warmed up, just listening to Karina's video. she had a really good message in her Stop Playing Small. And I'm not going to rehash the whole thing, at least not right now. You can also just go watch her video, her YouTube video. This one's only 16 minutes. So y'all got time. Everybody has time. Go watch her video about Stop Playing Small. Basically, the very short summary is start believing yourself. Stop saying stop only believing this much of yourself, because our capabilities are so much more if you would just start believing in yourself, right? And I mentioned that a little bit when I was saying like where your mind goes, your body will follow. So anyway, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to discuss it right now. Go watch her video. It's a really good message. But I just warmed up. I am going to start running this middle section. I should run, none of it's easy. Let me start with that. None of it's easy. But I should run the easier section. But I'm just going to go balls to the wall. At some point, I'm going to have to do this hard section, so I might as well start with it now. So it's hard because it's the point of the routine where I'm starting to get tired, but it's also physically hard skills for me. So I'm going to rep some skills, and then I'm going to rep the sections, and we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock. I don't know how long I've been here. I could check, but it's been at least an hour, feels like. Over an hour. Practice is going well. I just have such a high expectation. Like, if you've ever been in, I can only speak from like the sports that I have experience with, cheerleading, gymnastics, like skill-based sport. I guess everything is a skill-based sport, but like something where you have to like learn a skill. Like, I wouldn't say it's the same as like basketball or baseball where you're like learning how to shoot, because even when you get really good at it, like there's still a lot of variables, like if you miss it or not. Like, I'm talking about skills like a standing tuck, for instance. Like, once you have a standing tuck, you pretty much have a standing tuck. Like, there's not really a lot of variables that like sometimes you might not have it, like where you have to like once you learn the skill, even in exercise, like double unders, for instance, like a lot of my members are like trying to learn doubles. Once you learn how to do a double, like, you know how to do a double. You don't have to like relearn and practice that skill anymore. Like, yes, if you're tired, obviously there's like things, but all that to say is right now I am going through the learning and conditioning process. So I'm going to miss a lot. That's just how it is. I learned these skills, I have them, but now I'm trying to condition them so that I can do them tired, so that I can do them in sequence. And I'm just like not there yet. But mentally, that's really hard because I just like rep it. And sometimes I hit it and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I get close and sometimes like, and that is so frustrating because I'm like, I just want to be at the proficient part. Like, and I mentioned this before. I don't think I mentioned it like in this year's prep vlog, but I don't typically do skills in my routine that I can't do. Like, I don't take, excuse me, I don't take risks. Like, the skills that are in my routine, for the most part, are skills that I know that I can do. I don't go, 99% of the things that I'm doing on stage, I already know I'm going to hit. Like, there's no, like, I hope I do this. Like, I already know that I can do the routine. Now, granted, it's like more like, I hope it's nice. I hope it's pretty. I hope it's energetic. I hope it's smooth, but I'm not like, I hope I land this tuck. Like, I know that I'm going to land my tuck. There is no question in my mind that I can do and land a tuck every single time that I throw it. And so right now I'm just in that part of my routine process where I don't have these skills yet and I'm working towards getting them. And the only way you get there is by repping it out and missing a lot. And it is so unbelievably frustrating. So even though like I'm super frustrated right now, I also am like, man, this is a really good practice. Like, I'm getting a lot of reps, but I'm also like, man, I just want to hit one, like all the way through. I'm running sections, right? And I'll like hit this one, hit this piece, miss this piece, miss this piece, hit this piece. And I'm just like, I cannot leave this gym until I nail this section once. I've done it so many times. And I'm like, Andrea, at this point, like, do you really need to nail this section right now? No, but yes. No, but yes. So anyway, I just need to take a mental break. I gotta nail this. If I nail this, I'm gonna feel so good. Like I said, I already am having a really good practice. I'm just missing a lot, and that's just what it is. Like, you're learning how to swing a bat. You're gonna get a lot of strikes before you like start consistently hitting home runs. But like, I just want to hit a home run tonight. Okay, that'll do. Okay, I did it. It was not pretty. But I at least got through all the pieces. They were, like I said, they were sloppy. Oh, I don't know. I actually haven't watched it, but I could tell it was sloppy. Goodness gracious. It was sloppy, but the timing was off, but I don't care. Like, that was good enough for 12 weeks out, and I'm just going to keep doing this. Obviously, every rep you do is a rep closer. So if I can keep having practices like this where I'm just efficient and I can keep my head on straight, because a lot of times if I start getting frustrated, I'm like, I'm moving on, I'm not doing this anymore. But today I was like, that's not what's happening. And I also did my entire practice on this rubber floor, which is big for me because, like, it's my strength, my holds, those skills that are the most sketchy out of all my skills. And practicing them on the floating floor, like the soft floor, isn't the same. And I've talked about that before, so I'm not going to go into it again. So I'm just really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. Like, I needed a practice like this to like just, I don't know, just boost my confidence. I was feeling really good about how my physique is shaping up. Like this past week I had a really good like physique week. And now like after that routine practice, I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. So I'm really excited that I needed tonight.
All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. I trained this morning, had my leadership meeting, and now I am at Walmart getting the goods. I actually just want 2 of these. I wish they have I think they have the 42 gram. Actually, I'm looking for the 42. I need all the protein.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm headed to drop dinner off at a coworker's. So this lady that works at the gym, her and her 2 young sons, and she's also pregnant, were in a really bad car accident, and like, thank God they are okay. But you know, they're pretty beaten up. So anyway, we did a meal train at work. So I signed up for today, and I wanted to do tacos, and none of you care about this, but I don't know, when I'm in prep, I like talking about and listening to people talk about food. So I was gonna do tacos, but then I just was like, taco, you know what, that's high maintenance, especially because she has little kids, like to have to put it together, right? So I opted for like a taco casserole, which I'm like, when I'm out of prep, I want this. Like, I want to make this for myself, for my family. It's just refried beans at the bottom, and then I made a Mexican rice, which I was prepping rice for me and Ruben anyway, so I just put some of it in the pan and put like the crushed tomatoes with chilies or whatever, like the Rotel tomatoes, and onion. Mix all that together, little, you know, seasonings, whatever. That's the next layer. Then the next layer is the shredded chicken with like taco seasoning, like the, you know, the chicken taco chicken. And then on top of that is cheese. It's super easy. And I'm dropping it with a bag of tortilla chips and a salad bag. And I'm like, this looks delicious. Like, I would just straight up turn this into nachos, or do what I do at Chipotle, which is get a bowl and then just use the chips like to scoop it up, right? So anyway, I'm like, this looks delicious, and also I want it. Unfortunately, I could not. I wanted to. I was like, this kind of is stuff that's on my meal plan. Listen, I tried to justify it. I'm like, this is basically my meal plan. It's chicken and rice.
So here's the sauna I was talking about. Hold on. These are my blue light glasses because I'm about to watch something. So here's the sauna. I actually already turned it on. Okay, so I put it down here. I turned it on. Oh, it's already hot in here. Wow, that was fast. Okay, sorry. So it's 109. Oops. It's 109 degrees in here. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. It's 109 degrees in here. I set it for like 120, I think. And that time is set for 50. So I can change. Yeah, it's set for 120. Great. And then I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, it's set for 50 minutes. I'm obviously not going to be that long. You zip it up. This is wild. This is actually my first time sitting in this thing. We got this. My mom got this for my dad while he was sick, because I think like the red light therapy was supposed to help or something like that. I didn't really know the full details of it. But I actually don't know if he ever even got to use this. But, you know, now we have a sauna in the house. And so I'm sitting in it because I'm sore, and Reagan's asleep, and it's like the only time that I get to, like, I can't do the sauna while Reagan's here and awake because I'm like locked in this box, right? Like I gotta keep an eye on her. So I'm gonna sit in here for like 5 minutes. If Reagan stays asleep, then I'll go get on the Peloton, or maybe I'll take Flex out for a walk while she's asleep, but I don't know. I gotta get on the Peloton tonight. I did say, oh, I'm gonna go to Powerhouse and do these Athlete Games workouts, but I'm beat, so I don't have that in me. Like, at least the Peloton is not weighted. Like those Athlete Games workouts, it's like weighted exercises. So even though it's cardio, it's definitely still muscular endurance type stuff too. And I just don't have that in me today. So I think I'm just going to do the Peloton. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to vlog about today. I'm beat. Okay, I've had enough. I sat in there for probably 5 minutes. Let me see what it says right now. 43. Okay, I was in there for 7 minutes. So it's 7 minutes too long. It's 116 degrees. I'm turning that off and leaving that open. That was so hot. That was hotter than the sauna at the gym. Like, and I'm glad to know that, because the sauna at the gym, like, you have to sign up for it, right? Like, you have to reserve a time. And it's just a big hassle. Like, sometimes I just want to get out of there. And I'm glad to know I can't lay in my bed now that I'm sweaty. I'm glad to know that I could just come home and sit in the sauna. I could just like ask somebody to watch Reagan for 10 minutes and move on with my life. But now I still have to do the Peloton. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Pulling up to the gym, training the early mornings, 5:30 and 6:30. And then I will stay and take 8:30 boot camp and then go get Reagan for gymnastics. So I did not do the Peloton last night, by the way. Reagan woke up from her nap and was inconsolable. Like, I don't know, parents of toddlers, I'm sure you guys know, like, I don't know, Reagan gets in this mood in 2 scenarios. The first one is when she takes a nap that's not quite long enough and she wakes up just like ready to destroy everything. She's just in a grumpy mood because she's tired and she didn't take a long enough nap. The other time she's like this is when she has not taken any nap at all and she is just unbelievably tired. Either way, it's when she's super like overtired and nothing works. It was screaming, crying for what felt like hours. I'm sure it was probably only like 15 minutes. But 15 minutes straight of screaming, crying is a long time, right? Like, if you really think about how often your kids cry, nobody's crying for 15 minutes straight. Like, there might be whining for 15 minutes straight, right? Or like a little bit of crying and then they calm down, but then they start crying. Like, there might be like ebbs and flows for 15 minutes straight. But I mean, it was 15 minutes straight of just pure, like, inconsolable screaming. And I hate when she's like that because I just feel bad because I know that she's like just in a mood, right? Like, we know when we're PMSing and we're just in a mood. And I'm just like trying to hold her and I'm just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And she's like trying to calm herself down, but she's just like on 10. She eventually was able to squeeze out the words, I miss grandma. He said, do you want me to call grandma? Do you want me to video chat grandma? She's like, yes. So I video chat my mom. I'm telling you, between the 30 seconds of Reagan saying she wants me to call grandma and grandma answering the phone, she had fallen back asleep. So all that to say, I did not get on the Peloton. I was like, I'm tired too, girl. We're not doing it. So I didn't do it. Yesterday became a rest day. So today I have boot camp and leg day. And it is what it is. I woke up at 144.8. This will be the last things that I got to go in. Woke up at 148, which was a huge win because I woke up at 144.8 yesterday. And I was so full. Like, I ate my last meal early yesterday, like by 6:30 p.m. But I just felt full. Didn't go to the bathroom. Woke up this morning. Also didn't go to the bathroom and still felt full. I normally wake up hungry. And I woke up still like, I'm still not hungry. And I'm like, something ain't right. But I got on the scale. I just knew I was going to be 145. Which 144.8 to 145 obviously is not that big a difference, but like mentally it's a big difference when you're in prep. Because 147.8 when I weighed myself last night, and I'm not normally someone who drops 3 pounds overnight. Like, that's peak week activities, not 11 weeks out activities for me. So I went to bed at 147.8. So I was like, I'm for sure still going to be heavy in the morning, especially because I still have to go to the bathroom and I still feel full. I just knew it. So when I woke up and I got on scales 144.8, I was like, okay, good. Because that means after I go to the bathroom, like, that means technically I'm probably lighter. So that's good. I think by 9 weeks out, I'll be under 140, which is great
because then I'll be back on time. Like, I'll be back on track to only needing to lose 1 pound a week to be like in the condition that we expect. So anyway, at the gym, gotta go train, gotta go brutalize people, and then also get brutalized.
Okay, so I'm over at Albertsons, Starbucks inside the store, just grabbing myself some egg bites before I go back to the gym for cardio. So I saw something just now while I was scrolling Instagram that I'm like, I want to hear people's takes on this. So I follow, we all follow bodybuilders, right? If you're a bodybuilder, you follow a lot of bodybuilders. And, I think we all are in the habit of tagging all of the things, right? We tag our coaches, posing coaches, makeup, suits, jewelry, if we were, shoes, all that stuff. Tan, whatever. So I saw Vanya post, and if you're a competitor, you probably know who Vanya is. She just won the UK Arnold, bikini competitor, bikini pro. I saw V post, if somebody helps you with your posing, you should tag them. And then she said, like, don't be surprised if your payment bounces back when you try to book again. And I was just thinking, and she said, like, yes, you paid for a service, but it's the right thing to do, or something like that. I don't know. It's on the screen. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know that I agree with that necessarily. Like, I don't know that I agree with the, like, not letting someone book with you again because they didn't tag you on social media. Like, think about it in any other industry, right? Like, I don't think we owe anybody, especially people that we pay for services, I don't think that we owe them tagging them on social media. Like, yes, at Burn Bootcamp, do I want people to tag us on their social media and tell people, hey, I go to Burn Bootcamp, I just had the best workout of my life, Burn Bootcamp is where it's at? Yes, but I don't see any of my members posting on social media, like maybe like a flexing picture. And if they don't tag us, I'm not like, hey, you need to tag us. Like, no, you don't need to tag us. When I get my hair done, I don't tag my hairdresser. Now, I don't get my nails and my lashes done, but if I did, like, I don't know that I would necessarily tag them. When I was getting my lashes done, I didn't tag my lash girl. Like, I tag my coach because it's my husband, and yes, I want to advertise for him. I tag my suit because I'm a sponsored athlete. I tagged Sydney in my posing because she made a huge difference, and it was for me a big difference, and I felt like I wanted people to know that this posing change, this posing glow up is due to Sydney. But like, if I don't know that I would necessarily tag Sydney in my posing this year. Like, I tag Liquid Sunrays because I want Liquid Sunrays to see me tagging them and offer me a sponsorship. I don't tag Liquid Sunrays because I owe them anything. I buy Liquid Sunrays product and I spray it on myself. My husband sprays it on me. I don't tag Shoe Fairy because I owe it to them. I tag Shoe Fairy because I want them to see me posting and tagging them, and I want them to say, hey, here's free shoes. I just don't know if I feel like anybody owes it to you to tag you if they're not a sponsored athlete. If I'm paying for the service, now it would be one thing if I tried to pass it off, like, and like make this whole big stink or like a whole big fuss about like maybe I did it by myself or like, but like, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to know what y'all think. Like, if you think people should, not like, do you tag people? Like, I'm just saying, like, do you think it's like, I don't know. I just want to know if you agree with V or not, like, that she should not take people back because they didn't tag her on their social media and their posing.
Goodness gracious. 3 balls of fire, everybody. I just did that cardio workout. So I'm training for athlete games, which I've never done before, because I always chicken out or I have a conflict. I've already talked about this. I'm not gonna say it again. But these workouts are hard, right? Like, part of the reason I always skip it is not only because I have a conflict, is because the workouts are hard, you guys. Like, there was at least 1 year where they put out the workouts and I tried one and I'm like, I physically cannot do this. And I don't have the mental fortitude to build up to doing it. Like, 1 year the workout was called the 300, and it was like 300 reps of like a few different exercises. One of them is double unders. And at the time I could max out at like 50 double unders in a row. And it doesn't have to be unbroken. It doesn't matter if they're in a row, but like, I would get to 50 and then I'm like, okay. And then I would do 20 more. And then I would like get so tired that like by the time I got to 100, the idea of still having 200 reps left, even if I was like, okay, just do sets of 10, just do sets of 20. Like, I was like, I can't do this. It's going to take me 10 minutes just to do this one single exercise. And there's a 10-minute time cap on the whole workout. Like, I couldn't do it. I physically was like, I physically cannot do this yet. And I mentally am not strong enough to challenge myself to build the capacity to do it, right? So this year, at least I can already do all of the workouts well within the time caps. Okay. So that gives me a little bit more confidence, is that like, even at my slowest, I can finish before they ring the bell and say, okay, party's over, everybody. But now obviously I also want to be competitive, because that's the type of person that I am. I want to be competitive. And especially as like a leader in my gym, I want to, like, you know, people are going to be proud of me no matter what, but like, I also want them to be proud of me. Although I actually think one of my other trainers, Jackie, I think she's like gonna do better than I am, because she did it last year, so she knows what she's doing, and she's also just like an incredible athlete. So anyway, that aside, I just like want to do well, right? So I asked the girl, and y'all are probably wondering like, what does this have to do with prep? Nothing really. I asked the girl who makes up these workouts, who before she worked for headquarters was competing in Burn Athlete Games, and she's like the reigning champion, 2-time or 3-time champion, and her training partner is the reigning 2-time or 3-time champion in the Masters division. So I'm like, hey, how do you and Leslie train? So she gave me all these tips. She basically said like, do these HIIT style workouts every single day, just work on moving weights fast, like do variations of these workouts, these exercises, do them with heavier weights. And so that's what I did today. I took boot camp, but I subbed out some of the exercises for the exercises that are in Athlete Games. And when I tell you guys, I was dead. Because normally I do these workouts and they take 10 minutes or less. So to do it for a full 45 minutes straight, oh my gosh, I was so tired. But I was like, this is going to be so good for my, not only for Athlete Games training, now I'm landing the plane back to prep. And I've talked about this before. But not only for Athlete Games is this going to obviously give me an edge now that I'm training like this. I've done it one time. We'll see how long it lasts. But for my routine, if I can keep doing conditioning like this, like my routine is going to be so much better. I'm going to be in so much better condition to get through those skills. And that's what I do during the middle of my workouts when I'm just dying. I always visualize my routine while I'm doing the exercise. So like, okay, you're getting tired right here, but you still have this much left of your routine. And I'm literally like in my head, I'm doing my routine, and in my body, I'm doing the exercise. And I feel like that helps me. I'm like a really big mind game person. So I feel like that helps me power through. So all that to say, today was really hard and it was really exciting. And in my mind, I would like to do this on the 2 days a week that Ruben has me doing Burn Boot Camp for cardio. Ideally even 3 if I can like get him to pass off on that. I know he wants me doing the Stairmaster, but I'm like, hey, if I can do HIIT instead of the Stairmaster, like great. I know that he'll let me sub the Peloton for the Stairmaster because they're very similar, but like HIIT's just a little bit different. It's more full body, it's weighted, all that stuff. So if he'll let me do that 3 times a week, like first off, I'm going to be super beat, but second, I'm going to be in really good condition, I think. So anyway, I'm super excited about that. Just going home to get Reagan ready for gymnastics, eat my first meal, and then, yeah, I also did that fasted. Eat my first meal, then go hit legs today. The worst day of the week. I hate leg day. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, happy Thursday. Hit a new low today. Listen, your girl is rolling. 143.5 today. I told you yesterday, which was for you 6 minutes ago, that I was going to be lower today. And now check-ins, here's what always messes me up. I hit like low, and then check-in day I like spike back up. I'm super irritated already, and it hasn't even happened. But we're 11 weeks out now. This is crazy town. Like, how are we 11 weeks out? And I know last video I just kept saying, I can't believe we're 12 weeks out. I can't believe we're 12 weeks out. And now I'm like, I can't believe we're 11 weeks out. It's going to be on every single video, everybody. I just need you to know that. Routine practice is going. I just got to rep these sections, but I'm feeling more confident in my ability to like get through longer sections. Because there's a hurdle that happens when you're trying to string together long sections. And I know Karina watches this. I know Allison watches this. I don't know if any other fitness pros watch this, but like, you guys know when you know you're about to do your routine full out or any like long section of your routine, like, you know, you're about to be wrecked. Like, you are anticipating already this extremely uncomfortable level of being tired and exhausted. And it's hard to like mentally prime yourself for that. It's different than like knowing you're about to do a hard workout or a hard cardio section or a cardio session. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, I think maybe just because like it's easy to just stop. Like, if you're tired, you're like, you know what, I'm done. Stop the music. I'm not doing the next section. And so I'm getting more confident and more comfortable, I guess, with doing these skills tired when I don't want to do them tired, right? Like, especially one section that's very late in my routine. I don't know why I put this skill this late in my routine, because something has to go there, right? Like, everything can't be 10 seconds in. Some things have to be at 1:45. But like, actually, I think that's how long my whole routine is, 1:45. I do not use the full 2 minutes. But like something has to be late in the routine, right? But I'm just like, Andrea, this is the skill you're choosing to do in the back half of your routine. Like, but it is what it is. The choreography's done. I'm not changing it. So yeah, I feel good. I did, skills conditioning yesterday after I lifted legs, and I'm just going to do like a little bit of skills every day. Like technically Ruben wants me to do skill conditioning twice a week for cardio. And that's like kind of what I did yesterday. Just like section over section over section, like repeat, like get tired and do the skills. But in addition to that, I'm going to do like kind of what I did leading up to Chattanooga, which is just like hit some sort of skills every single day just to stack the reps on top of each other. But anyway, it's getting real. I just ordered a new posing suit from Sean because I lost pieces of my last one. So I've been wearing an eye candy posing suit, which is fine. I actually like that one a lot, but I'm a Sean Couture sponsored athlete, so why am I not posing in a Sean Couture suit? So I finally ordered a new one. So I'll be getting that soon. I'm super excited about that. Got the unicorn one, obviously, toddler mom. But yeah, okay, so this is what I'm going to say. Hopefully I don't really have much to add to this video because I'm pretty sure it's already like 45 minutes long. Obviously tomorrow's check-in, so I'll have that in my thoughts and then I'll move on. Okay, so I know y'all want videos more often. So this is the poll. Would you rather have shorter videos every 3-ish days, 3 to 4, maybe a 20 to 30 minute video, or what I'm doing now, which is a weekly video, but it's getting you through an entire cardio session. I know a lot of you are not bodybuilders, so you're not even watching this during cardio. I stopped watching during cardio. I watch in the car because now I'm doing other kind of cardio. So I watch in the car. I watch while I'm prepping food. So anyway, shorter videos more often or longer videos, the same thing that I'm doing weekly. Sound off in the comments. Another Rise Fuel, hiding in the closet at work before boot camp. Strawberry squeeze. So I've never had this one, but I went to Vitamin Shop. I went to Vitamin Shop to get another 12 pack because I'm down to like my last. I mean, I still have like 5 or 6 left, but I drink these almost every day, if not every day. So Vitamin Shop was having buy one get one half off on the 12 pack, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go do that before the sale is over. But they didn't have. Oh my gosh, they didn't have the Kool-Aid flavor. So I got a 12 pack of this, which I've never tasted. It's a little risky, but I think it's strawberry lemonade based on the graphics. And then I got the orange one because you guys already know I've tasted that one and that one's really good. So I'm going to taste this right now. I don't really usually love strawberry lemonade because I think it's too sweet, which is weird because I have a sweet tooth, but it's getting Red Robin. Okay, I can get down with that. Is it in my top 4? Probably not. I still think Kool-Aid is like a winner by a landslide. And then there's like Sunny D, Country Time, and Baja Cooler, I think would be my next 3. I really like the sour apple, but it's such a strong flavor that it's not something that I would buy a 12 pack of because it's not something I want to drink every day. It's something I have to be in the mood to drink. This is the same. Not the same as the powerful flavor, but this seems like it's good. But with the other flavors that are available, I'm not going to default to this. But honestly, Rise Fuel, like the only one that I don't want even to try to taste is the Ring Pop one. And that's only because I've had a Bang Energy Swirly Pop or whatever that I didn't like. And I don't really want to try the Rise version of this, even though so far Rise is like no duds. So cheers. Good morning, everybody. It's check-in day. I just trained. So took check-ins this morning, y'all. I was 142.5. That is a 5-pound drop from last week. Now, in my check-in, I actually said that last week I weighed 146 because remember I was like 147, whatever, but then I pooped and then I was 146. So I just said, okay, it's 146 because that's pretty much what it was. So 5-pound drop from my check-in, but like 3.5-pound drop from what I'm considering how much I actually weighed last Friday. It doesn't really matter. It's a big drop this week. And that's what happened. So bodybuilders, I feel like we know this, especially if you track your weight consistently, like you see those patterns. But for the lifestyle people who are trying to lose weight, this is very normal. I didn't just magically lose 4 pounds in a week. Like these things just like consistently happen over time and you fluctuate and it's water weight and it's excrement, if you will. And then it seems like it's overnight. Like, yeah, in that week I dropped 5 pounds, but like 4 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever. But it's like these things are stacking on top of each other. Last week, I probably was, when it comes to muscle and body fat wise, I was probably a little bit lighter than what the scale read because I had all those variables. And then this week, like, a lot of those variables are gone, so it's probably more accurate to how much I actually weigh. Anyway, your girl's on. I'm happy about it. I'm very happy, obviously. My photos are starting to look good. Like, me and Ruben talked about my back pose, and he helped me with my back pose. You guys already knew that because we did that at the gym a couple weeks ago, but I feel like I've been practicing it every single day, and I feel like I get it now. Like, I feel like my back pose is getting more consistent. I literally like do that back pose in front of the camera every single day to like just make sure that I can do it properly. And so, yeah, like, I am very happy with this week's check-in. Let me tell you guys, and this will be the last thing. I know this video is already pretty long. Let me tell you, I put this on my Instagram story, but I didn't put it in here because I was like, Andrea, you gotta like stop putting everything in the YouTube. It's getting long. However, I have to talk about this because y'all are the ones who really care. So, Mav's Top Buns. I follow this cinnamon bun is what they call them. It's like their branding. Cinnamon bun Instagram page. I've been following them for years. Literally, this business, like, they started this during the pandemic, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure I've been following them since then. Like, and they've gotten huge. And their cinnamon rolls just look so good. And you guys might not know this about me because I talk about cookies more than I talk about cinnamon rolls. But cinnamon rolls are like, Ruben knows this because he took me to get some really good cinnamon rolls for Mother's Day one year. Anyway, cinnamon rolls are truly like my favorite. The reason I talk about cookies more than I talk about cinnamon rolls is because, first off, cookies are more accessible. And second off, I also like cupcakes more than I like cookies. But again, cookies are more accessible and cookies are still good even if they're not great. For me, a cinnamon roll is very hit or miss. Like, you can have like yucky cinnamon rolls, but it's like a good cinnamon roll is up here, whereas a good cookie or good cupcake is right here. The problem is that the likelihood of actually finding a good cinnamon roll, cinnamon rolls are usually down here. Most cinnamon rolls are down here. So that's why it seems like I like cookies a lot, because I do like cookies a lot, but like, cookies have a little bit more room for error. All that to say, I am a cinnamon roll stan, and I've been following this page, and they don't ship. They're in New Jersey. And I'm like, I have to get my hands on these. So they started Kickstarter so that they could build an actual bakery, because they were literally just cooking these cinnamon rolls out of their home and doing a drop off like in a parking lot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I get my hands on these? They did a Kickstarter. They're like, we're going to open a bakery and we want to start nationwide shipping. So I contributed $100 to this Kickstarter so they could start their business. This is literally over a year ago now. Their bakery has been open. They're like, we are finally shipping out our Kickstarter buns, because, the more you donate, the more like goodies you get. So I contributed $100. That tier got cinnamon buns shipped, and I got them yesterday. And let me tell you guys, I fully planned on eating one. I was like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to keep it tight. I'm going to get to my check-ins. I'm going to send my check-ins. And then I am going to have a cinnamon bun. I am going to have one. I have to. I've been waiting years for this. But then I was just like, Andrea, you've been waiting years. I promise you, you will survive waiting until after your show. So I immediately put them in the freezer. I'm like, I'm not going to defrost one. That's doing too much. And when I tell you guys, that for me is like one of the biggest wins of this prep so far, is not eating one of those cinnamon rolls, because I was going to. I had no shame. I was like, I'm eating the cinnamon roll. I don't care. I don't care about this bodybuilding show. But I was just like, Andrea, you don't have to eat the cinnamon roll right now. So I didn't. They're in the freezer. But let me tell you, July 15th, they're going in the oven. And hopefully they're as good as I've been imagining in my mind. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Video's over. Great check-in. We got practice in a couple of days. Tomorrow is Ruben's birthday. So I'm not going to say it right now, because just in case he watches this video today, I don't want him to know what I planned for his birthday. So I'm excited for that. And my mom and my grandma get here tonight. So mom's been gone for a month. She's moving grandma out here because grandma, lived by herself. So I just today is just a good day. All the good stuff is happening. So anyway, I gotta go. It's pajama day at preschool. Reagan has no matching pajamas because they're all lost, or she's outgrown them. So I'm gonna grab her some, then go home, take her to preschool.